From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage.
The which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
I strike quickly being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
A dog of that house shall move me to stand. I will take the law of any man or maid Montagues.
That shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
True. Therefore, women, being the weaker vessels, are ever thrust to the wall. I will push Montague's men from the wall and thrust his maids to the wall. I will show myself a tyrant. When I have fought with the men, I'll be cruel with the maids and cut off their maidenheads. Take it in what sense thou wilt.
They must take it in sense thou feel it.
Me they shall feel when I will stand, and 'tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
Draw thy tool, here comes through the house of Montague.
Whirl, Halifax.
How? Turn thy back along.
Fear me not. Let us take the law of our sides. Let them begin.
I will frown as I pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them, if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our sides, if I say I?
No.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better, here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie!
Off, you be men!
Art fools! Put up your swords, you know not what you do! What? Art thou drawn amongst these heartless minds? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death! I do but keep the peace! Put up thy sword, or manage to depart these men with me! What? Drawn and talk of peace! I believe the word as I hate hell! All Montagues and me! And at thee, coward!
Bring it on, long sword!
A crutch, why call you for a sword?
My sword, I say, old Montague is come and flourishes his blade in spite of me.
Thou villain crapulin! Hold me not, let me go! Thou shalt not stir foot to seek the foe! Rebellious subjects! Enemies to peace! Profaners of this neighbor-stained steel! On pain of torture, from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. Three civil brawls, bred of an airy word, by thee, old Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiets in our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me. And Montague, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart. Who sent this ancient quarrel to approach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
Here are the servants of your adversary, and yours, close fighting, ere I did approach. I drew to part them. In that instant came the fiery Tybalt, his sword prepared, who swung about his head and cut the winds. Till the prince came, and parted either part.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today. Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, so early walking did I see your son. I made to him, but he was ware of me, and stole into the covert of the wood.
Many a morning hath he been there seen, with tears of many the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his
where he comes. So please you step aside. I'll know his grievance, or he much denied.
Come, madam, let's away.
Good morrow, cousin!
Is the day so young?
Ah, but you struck 9!
Ay, me! Sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was! What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favor, where I am in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so rough and tyrannous in proof.
Alas, that love, whose view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways to his will. Oh me, what pray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cuz, I rather weep.
Good heart, at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why, such is love's transgression. Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast. Love is a smoke, raised with the fume of sighs, being purged, a fire sparkling in lovers' eyes. What is it else? A madness most discreet. Farewell, my cuz.
Oh, soft, I will go along. And if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
Hut, I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo, he is some other where.
Tell me in sadness, who is it that you love?
What, shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan? Why, no. But sadly, tell me who.
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I ain't so near when I supposed that you loved.
Well, she'll not be hit. With Cupid's arrow she hath Diane's wit, and in strong proof of chastity well armed. From love's weak childish bow she lives unharmed.
Then she hath sworn she will still live chaste?
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead to tell it now.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine other beauties.
'Tis the way to call hers exquisite, and question more. He that is struck in blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Farewell, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
But Montague is bound as well as I, in penalty alike, and 'tis not hard, I think, for men as old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying o'er what I said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in her pride, ere we may think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
And too soon martyred, though so early made. But woo her gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. And she agree within her scope of choice, lies my consent and fair according noise. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest. At my poor house, look to behold this night, among fresh female buds shall you delight. Inherit at my house, your all I'll see, and like hers most, whose most shall merit be. Come, go with me. Go, Sirrah, charge about, through fair Verona, find those persons out, whose names are written there, and them to say, my house and welcome on their pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are written here. I'm sent to find those persons whose names are here writ, and can never find what names the writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned, in good time.
Such man! One fire burns at another's burning, one pain is lessened by another's anguish. Take thou some new infection to thine eye, and the rank poison of the old will die. What, Romeo? Art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison. God then, good fellow.
Good guy got in. Sir, if you read,
I, mine own fortune in my misery.
Perhaps you learnt it without book, but I pray, can you read anything you see?
Signor Martino and his cousin Valentine, my uncle Capulet and his wife and daughters, Mercutio, my fair niece Rosaline, Signor Valencio and his cousin Tybalt. A fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up,
Whither?
to supper, to our house.
Whose house?
My master's?
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great, rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of Montague, I pray, come crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At this same ancient feast of Capulets sups the fair Rosalind, whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither with unattainted eye, compare her face with some that I shall show, and I shall make thee think thy swan a crow.
One fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun. Ne'er I saw her match since first the world begun.
Such you saw her fair, none else being by, but your lady's love against some other maid, that I shall show thee shining at this feast, and she shall scant show well that now shows best.
All go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Nurse, where's my daughter? Call her forth to me. Now when my maiden had a 12-year-old, I bade her come. What lamb, what ladybird? God forbid, where's this girl? But Juliet, now, who calls? Your mother?
Madam, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou hearest our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 in my teeth, and yet to my teeth be it spoken, I have before. She is not 14. How long is it now till Lammas-tide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Come Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. 'Tis since the earthquake now 11 years and she was weaned. I never shall forget it. Of all the days of the year, upon that day, for I had then laid wormwood to my dog, and when it did taste the wormwood on the nipple of my dog and felt it bitter, pretty fool to see it tetchy and fall out with the dog. And since that time, it is 11 years, for then she could stand alone, nay, by the room she could have run alone all about, for even the day before she broke her brow, and my husband, oh, God be with his soul, was a married man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face, thou wilt fall backwards when thou hast more weight.
Enough of this! I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Yes, madam, yet I cannot choose but laugh to think it should leave crying, say I. Peace, I have done. God mark thee to his grace. Thou wast the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed, and I might live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Mary, that Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, what stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor I dream not of.
An honor! Were not I thine only nurse, I'd say thou hadst such wisdom from thy deeds.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. Thus then in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady, such a man is all the world wide. He is a man of wax.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower in faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris's face, and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris's love?
I'll look to like, if looking like move, but no more deep will I indart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come, supper served up. You called, my young lady asked for, the nurse cursed in the pantry, and everything in extremity. I beseech you, follow
We
straight.
follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girls, seek happy nights to happy days.
Give me a torch. I'm not for this ambling.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I. Believe me, you have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground, I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I'm too sore and pierced with his shaft. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner than every man be taken to his legs.
I'll be a candle holder and look on. And we mean well by going to this mass, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
Dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab has been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone, drawn by a team of little atomies, and in this state, she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and that they dream of love, over courtiers' knees who dream on courtesy straight, over lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream. Sometimes she driveth over a soldier's neck, and dream he of cutting foreign throats. This is the hag that when maids lie on their backs, that
Peace! Peace, Mercutio, peace! Thou talk'st of nothing!
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, more inconstant than the wind who woos.
This wind you speak of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we are come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives. Some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin this fearful date by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course direct my sail. Unless you gentlemen
Strike drum!
Welcome, gentlemen! Ladies that have their toes unflagged with corns will have a boast with you. Aha! Aha, my mistresses! Which of you all will now deny to dance? Am I come near ye now? You're welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play! Hall, hall, give room it! Footage girls!
the lady is fast, with nothing which the hand of yonder knight.
I know not.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. Did my heart love till now? Forswear at sight, for ne'er I saw true beauty till this night.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier. What dares the slave? Come hither, covered in an antic face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity. Now by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
How now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe. A villain that is hither come in spite, to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz. To say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not, for the wealth of all the town, here in my house do disparchment. Therefore, be patient, take no note of it.
It fits when such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him!
He shall be endured! What goods, man, boy? I say he shall. Go to! Am I the master here, or you? Go to! You'll make a mutiny among my guests.
Uncle, 'tis a shame!
Go to! Go to! Be quiet, or more light, more light. For shame, I'll make you quiet. What cheerly my hearts.
I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall. Now see if we convert to bitter gall!
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this, my lips to blushing pilgrims ready stand, to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which manly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips they must use in prayer.
Oh, then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not while my prayers effect I take. Thus from my lips, by yours, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from thy lips, O trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
You kissed my blood.
Meta, your mother craves to work with you.
What is her mother?
Mary, bachelor, her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account! My life is my foe's debt!
Away, be gone. The sport's at the best.
Aye, so I fear. More is my unrest.
Nay, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. We have a trifling foolish banquet towards. Is it even so? Why then, I thank you all. I thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night.
Come hither, nurse. Tell me what is yon gentleman.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only loves from my only hate. Too early seen unknown and known too late.
Juliet! Anon! Come, let's away. The strangers all are gone.
Can I go forward when my heart is here?
Romeo! Oh, Romeo!
He is wise, and on my life has stolen him home to bed.
He ran this way, and leaped this orchard wall. Call, good Mercutio.
Nay, I'll conjure soon. Oh, Romeo, humors, madman, passion, lover, appear thou in the likeness of a sigh. Speak but one rhyme, and I am satisfied. Cry but I need. Pronounce but love and dove. He heareth not, he steereth not, he moveth not. The ape is dead, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by Rosalind's bright eyes, her high forehead, her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg, and quivering thigh, and the demence is that there a chastened lie, that in thy likeness thou appear to us.
And if he hear thee, thou wilt anger him.
This cannot anger him, for my invocation is fair and honest, and in his mistress's name I conjure only but to raise him up.
Come, he hath hid himself among these trees. Blind is his love, and best befits the dark.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Romeo, good night.
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him here that means not to be found.
Romeo, good night.
He just that scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Oh, it is my lady! Oh, it is my love! She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses! I will answer it! I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand. Might I bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head as a winged messenger of heaven.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself!
I take thee on henceforth I never will be Romeo!
What man art thou that thus be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I perch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee. I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight, and but thou love me, let them find me here.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I'm too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
So thrive my soul.
Do not swear at all. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, to like the lightning which doth cease to be ere one can say in light and sweet good night. Good night, good night, to sweet repose and rest, and to thy heart is that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I did give thee mine, for thou didst request it. Yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank, and give it thee again.
Madam!
I hear some noise within, dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse! Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. I am afeard. Being a knight, this is all but a dream.
3 words, dear Romeo, then good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow, by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee. By and by I come! To cease thy suit, and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow shall I send.
If my heart's dear love,
1,000 times good night.
My dear,
At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
at the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
And I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll still stand here to have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no further than a wanton's bird.
I would I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I. Yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep in peace, so sweet to rest.
The gray-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. I must have filled this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers.
Good morrow, father!
What early tongue so sweet to look at me? Young son, it urges at his tempered head, so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Thou art aroused by some distemperature, or if not so, then here I've been bright. Our Romeo has not been in bed tonight.
That last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Wast thou with Rosaline?
Rosaline, my ghostly father? No! I forgot that name, and that name's woe.
That's my good son. Who wast thou with then?
I'll tell thee, ere thou askest me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know, my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. On mine, on hers, so is hers set on mine. And all combine, except for what thou must combine, by holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed, we made exchange of vow. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy St. Francis! What a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesu Maria, what a deal of brine. Wash thy shallow cheeks of Rosaline, and art thou changed? Pronounce the sentence then. Women may fall when there's no strength in men.
Thou chidest me oft for loving Rosaline,
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
and badest me bury love.
Not in a grave, to lay one in, the other out to have.
I pray thee, chide not. She whom I love now, doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well. Thy love did read by rote, but could not spell. But come, young waverer, come go with me. In one respect all thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove, to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence. I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's. I spoke with his man.
Ah, that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, a kinsman of old Capulet, has sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master. How he dares being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead. Stabbed with a white wench's black eye, shot through the ears with a love song. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
More than a prince of cats, I can tell you. He's the courageous captain of compliments. He fights, as you say, perk song, keeps time, distance, proportion, the very butcher of a silk button.
The what?
By Jesu, a very good blade, a very tall man, a very good whore.
Ah, here comes Romeo! Here comes Romeo!
Signor Romeo, bonjour. There's
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio. My business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
Nay, I'm the very pink of courtesy.
Pink for flower.
I'll bite thee by the ear for that jest.
Nay, good goose, bite not.
That bit is very bittersweet, and it is a most sharp sauce.
And is it not served well into a sweet goose?
Now, is this not better than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable, now art thou Romeo, now art thou what thou art as well as by nature.
Here's goodly gear.
God ye, good morrow, gentlemen.
God ye good den, fair gentlewoman.
Is it good den?
'Tis no less, I tell you, for the body hand of the dial is already upon the prick of noon.
Upon you! What a man are you!
One gentlewoman that God hath made for himself to mar.
By my troth, it is well said for himself to mar. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find young Romeo?
I can tell thee, though young Romeo will have been older when you found him than he was when you sought him. I am the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She will indict him to some supper.
Abad, Soho! Romeo, will you come to your father's tonight? Go to dinner, thither.
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell!
Marry, farewell! I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his frippery?
A gentleman, nurse, that loves to hear himself talk, and will speak more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
And if speak anything against me, I will take him down. And if I cannot, I will find those that shall. Now, before God, I am so vexed that every part about me quivers. Scarby knave!
Pray you, sir, a word. My young lady bade me inquire you out. What she bade me say I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell ye, if ye should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. For the gentlewoman is young, therefore if you were to deal double with her, truly it were an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Good heart, and I faith. I will tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
What wilt thou tell her? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell her, sir, that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her devise some means to come to Shrift this afternoon, and there she shall, at Friar Lord's self, be shrived and married.
This afternoon, sir? Well, she shall be there.
Farewell, commend me to thy lady and mistress.
Now God in heaven bless thee. Aye, 1,000 times.
Clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Now is the sun upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 to 12 is 3 long hours, yet she is not come. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she would be as swift
to be tugged on, yet they are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, Sir God. What? Have you dined at home?
No. Oh, this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches! It beats as it would fall in 20 pieces. Oh, my back! Oh, to the other side. Oh, my back! My back! Be sure your heart for sending me about to catch my death with jaunting up and down. Oh.
Fame, I am sorry thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me what says my love.
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a kind, and a courteous, and handsome, and I'll warn the virtuous. Where's your mother?
Where's my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
God's lady, dear, are you so hot? Mary, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Here's such a coil, come. What says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to Shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you to Friar Lawrence cell. There stays a husband to make you a Now comes the want of blood up in your cheeks. You'll be in scarlet strife in any news. Go, hie you to church. I must another way to fetch a ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest soon when it is dark. I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go, hie you to the south, I'll to dinner.
High fortune, honest nurse, farewell!
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hour the sorrow shine us not.
Amen. But come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. It is enough I may but call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which, as they consume. Therefore love moderately, long love doth so, too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes thy lady.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him, else is his thanks too much.
Come, for by your leaves thou shalt not stay alone, until Holy Church incorporates 2 in 1.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, and Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now these hot days, is the mad blood stirring.
Come. Thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
And what do?
Why, thou wilt quarrel with a man that hath a hair more, or a hair less in his beard than you do. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, have no other reason but because thou hast hazel eyes, and yet thou wilt tutor me from quarreling?
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel I care not.
Follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, den, a word with one of you.
But one word with one of us. Couple with something. Make it a word and a blow.
Oh, you shall find me apt enough for that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort! What? Dost thou make us minstrels, and thou make minstrels of us? Here's my fiddlestick. Here's what shall make you dance. Zeus, consort!
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either retire into some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all men's eyes gaze upon us.
Men's eyes are made to look and let them gaze. I will budge for no man's pleasure. I.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man, Romeo! The hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art the villain!
Tybalt, the reason I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none. Therefore farewell. I see thou knowst me not.
Boy, this does not excuse the injuries thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee more than thou canst devise. And so, good Capulet, whose name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What would thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 wives.
Oh, I am for you.
Gentle Mercutio, put thy rapier up!
Come, sir, your passado.
Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage! Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince expressly hath forbidden banding in Verona streets. Hold, Tybalt! Good Mercutio!
I am hurt, a plague. Oh, both your houses I have fed. Is he gone and have nothing?
What? Art thou hurt?
I a scratch. Mary, 'tis enough.
Courage, man. The hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not as deep as a well, nor as wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Call for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a brave man. A plague of both your houses. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me into some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague of both your houses. They've made worms meat of me.
My very friend hath got his mortal hurt. In my behalf, my reputation stained by Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been my kinsman!
Romeo! Oh, Romeo! Brave Mercutio's dead!
On this day's black fate, on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe, others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt! Back again!
Alive, in triumph, and Mercutio slain! Hold, Tybalt, take thee villain back again, that latest thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little ways above our heads. Stay for thine to keep him company. Either thou or I or both must go with him.
Thou wretched boy! That thing's consorting here! Shall we give heads?
This shall determine that!
Romeo! Oh, Romeo! The citizens are up, and Tybalt slain! Oh, stand not amazed! The prince will do me death if thou art taken! Hence, be gone! Away!
Oh, my fortune's full!
Why dost thou stay?
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Oh, noble prince! I can discover all. The unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. Here lies the man, slain by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin! Oh, my brother's child! Oh, the blood is spilled! Princess, thou art true, for blood of Arch and blood of Montague! Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, bade him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged withal of Tybalt death to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast. Romeo, he cries aloud, hold friends, friends part, and betwixt them he rushes, underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio. And then Tybalt fled, and by came back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge. And to it they made like lightning, for ere I could draw depart them, was stout Tybalt slain.
He is a kinsman to the Montagues, affectionate we do exile him hence. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses. Therefore, use none. Let Romeo hence in haste. Else, when he is found, that hour is his last. Bear hence his body, and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill. I'll to him. He is hid at Lawrence's cell.
Oh, find him
dear mercy and thou seest it not.
His torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. Every unworthy thing lives here in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not. He is banished. Lies may do this, but I from this must fly. And say'st thou yet that exile is not death?
Thou fond madman, hear me but speak a word.
Oh, thou speak again of banishment.
I will give thee armor to keep off that word. Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me and like me banished, then mightest thou speak, then mightest thou tear thy hair and wring thy hands as I do now.
Hark! How they knock. Romeo, arise, thou wilt be taken. Stay a while. Stand up. Run to my study. By and by I come. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, holy friar, oh tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There on the ground with his own tears made drunk.
Even so lies she, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up, stand and you be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand. Why should you fall into so deep an O?
Nurse,
Ah, sir, well, that's the end of all.
thou spakest of Juliet. How is it with her? Does she not think me an old murderer? Where is she, and how does she? And what says my concealed lady to our cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, and now falls on her bed, and then starts up, and Tybalt calls, and then Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
Oh, tell me, friar, what part of this vile anatomy does my name on? Tell me that I may sack the hateful mansion!
Hold thy desperate hand. Art thou a man? Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself and slay the lady too that lives in thee, by doing damned hate upon thyself? What roused thee, man? And Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slayest Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law that threatens death becomes your friend and turns to exile. There art thou happy, a pack of blessings lights upon your back, but like a misbehaved and sullen wench, thou poust upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserably. Go get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look that thou stayest not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt stay until we find time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince. Go before nurse, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrows makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
My lord, I'll tell my lady you will come. Here, sir, a ring she bid me give you, sir. Hie you make haste, for it grows very late.
Oh, how my comfort is revived by this!
Go hence, good night. Here stands all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day disguised from hence. From now stay Mantua. It is late. Farewell. Good night.
That a joy? Hast joy calls out on me. It were a grief, so brief to part with thee. Farewell!
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter.
These times of woe afford no time to move. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight, she is mute up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender. Of my child's love, I think she will be ruled. In my respects, nay more, I doubted not. Wife, go you to her. Prepare her wife against his wedding day. Basalt, what day is this?
Monday, my lord?
Monday, haha. Well, Wednesday is too soon. O Thursday, the teller. O Thursday, teller, she shall be married to this noble earl, and there it end. But what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
We'll get you gone. O Thursday, let it be
pierce the fearful hollow of thine ear. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn. No nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the clouds in yonder east. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it I. It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be this night a torch-bearer, and like thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needest not to be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I'll say yon gray is not the morning's eye. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome! Juliet wills it so. How is my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is, hie hence, be gone away. It was the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Oh, now be gone where light it grows.
Or light and light, or dark and dark our woes.
Madam!
Nurse!
Your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke, be wary, look about.
Then window lit day in, lit light out.
Farewell, one kiss and I'll descend.
I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity to convey my greetings, love to thee.
Oh, thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh, God, I have an ill-dividing soul. Methinks I see thee, now that thou art below, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookst pale.
And trust me, love, in my eyes so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Daughter, are you up? Who is that calls? Is it my lady mother?
Why? How now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death?
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death, but that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo!
God pardon him. I do with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands, when none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not, then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram, that he will soon keep Tybalt company. And then, I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Madam, if you could find out what man to bear poison, I would temper it.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy as well in such a needy time.
Well, well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child! Early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed, ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it will be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
How now? What? Still in tears? How now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
How? Will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed? unworthy as she is, that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful you have. Proud could I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How now? How now? Chalk logic, what is this? Proud, and I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet not proud? Mistress Minion, you! Thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but fiddle your fine joints gainst thirsty necks, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither.
Good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee on baggage, disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face, out on her Hilding.
God in heaven bless her! You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so!
And why, my lady wisdom, hold your tongue, good prudence smatter with your gossip, go!
I speak no treason.
Oh God, ye God dead!
May not one speak?
Peace, you mumbling fool! On your gravity or gossip bull for hearing needed not!
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, time, work, play, alone, in company, still my care hath been to have had her match, and having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, proportioned as one's thoughts would wish a man, and then to have a wretched, puling fool to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love. Look to it, think on, I do not use to jest. Thursday is near, I'll give you to my rent, and you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll never acknowledge thee.
Sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or thou wilt not. Make that bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies. Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee. Oh, God! Oh, nurse, how shall this be prevented? What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse!
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing. I think it's best you marry for the county. I think you are happy in this second match, for it excels your first. Or if it did not, your first is dead. Or to words good he were, as living here, and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, or else be shrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence's cell, to make confession, and to be absolved.
Marry I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! Oh, most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which he hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor! Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. Out to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die!
On Thursday, sir? The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Unevenness in the course, I like it not.
Immoderately, she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore had I little talk of love. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom haste our marriage, to stop the inundation of her tears.
Friar!
What, sir? Here comes the lady towards my cell.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
What may be must be love on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you here to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So will ye, I am sure, that you love me.
If I do so, it will be of more price, being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
Are you at leisure, holy father, now, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me pensive daughter now. My lord, we must retreat this time alone?
God's shield that should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday next, early will I drowse thee. Until then, adieu, and take this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door! And when thou hast done so, come weep with me, past help, past cure, past hope!
Ah, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits.
If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise. And with this night I help it presently. Be not so long to speak, I long to die!
Oh, daughter! I do spy a kind of hope. If rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely that thou would undertake a thing like death to chide away the shame. And if thou darest, I will give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap, rather than marry Paris, from off the battlements of yonder tower, and I will do it without fear or doubt, than to live in unstained white to my sweet love.
Hold then. Go home, be married. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday's tomorrow. Tomorrow night look at thou lies alone. But not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this phial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off, when presently through all your veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor. For no pulse, no warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade like death when he shuts off the day of life. Each part deprived of supple government shall stiff and stark and cold appear like death. Thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Thou shalt be born to that same ancient folk where all the kindred of the Capulet lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt wake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking, and this shall free thee from this present shame.
Give me, oh, who tell me not of fear!
Hold then, get you gone. Be strong and prosperous. In this resolve, I'll send the friar with speed to Mantua, and this shall free thee from this present shame.
Love, give me strength, and strength will help afford. Farewell, dear father!
We shall be much unfurnished for this time. What, is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
I forsooth.
Well, he may chance to do some good on her.
See where she comes from shrift with merry look.
How now, my headstrong, where have you been dadding?
By holy Lawrence, I fall prostrate here, and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforward, I am ever ruled by you.
I'm glad of it. This is well. Stand up. This is as it should be.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet?
Go, nurse, go with her. We'll to church tomorrow.
We shall be short in our provision. 'Tis now near night.
Tush, I will stir about, and all things shall be well. I warn thee, wife, go thou to Juliet. Help deck up her. I'll not bed tonight, for my heart is wondrous light, since the same wayward girl is so reclaimed.
I pray thee, leave me to myself tonight.
What, are you busy? Need you my help?
So please you, now let me be left alone, and let the nurse this night stay up with you. For I am sure you have your hands full all in this so sodden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again.
let the county take you in your bed.
What? Still dressed? And in your clothes? And down again? I must needs wake thee. Lady! 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 Alas! Alas! Help! Help! My lady's dead! Oh, well a day that ever I was born!
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Look! Look! Oh, heavy day!
Oh me! My child, my only life revive! Look up! I will die with thee! Help! Help! Call help!
For shame, bring Juliet forth. Her lord is come.
She's dead! Deceased! She's dead! Alack the day!
Alack the day! She's dead! She's dead! She's dead!
Out! Alas! She's cold. Her blood is settled. Her joints are stiff. Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field. Come! Is the bride ready to go to church? Ready to go, but never to return. O son, the night before thy wedding day, hath death laid with thy wife. There she lies, flowered as she was, deflowered by him.
Have I thought long to see this morning's face? And doth it give me such a sight as this?
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day!
Oh, woe! Oh, woeful, woeful, woeful day!
Beguiled, divorced, wronged, spited, slain!
Dead art thou. Alack, my child is dead, and with my child my joys are buried.
Peace! Ho for shame! Heaven and yourself have parted this fair maid, now heaven hath all. And weep ye now, seeing she's advanced above the clouds, as high as heaven itself? In all her best array bear her to church. For though fond nature bids us unlament, yet nature's tears are reason's merriment. Come, all things that we ordained festival, turn from their office to black funeral. Sir, go you in, and madam go with him. And go, Sir Paris. Everyone prepare to follow this fair corpse unto her grave.
Oh, I dreamt my lady came and found me dead. A strange dream that gives a dead man leave to think, and breathed such life with kisses in my lips, that I revived and was an emperor. News from Rhoda! How now, Balthazar? Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body lies in Capulet's graveyard, and presently took post to tell it you. Oh, forgive me for bringing these ill news, for you did leave it to my office, sir.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars! Thou knowest my lodging. Get me ink and paper, and a higher post horses I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
Hush, thou art deceived. Leave me and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters for me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone, and hire those horses, I will be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts he dwells, which late I noted. And if a man did need a poison now, whose sale is present death in Mantua, here lives a caitiff wretch would sell it him, and this same needy man must sell it me. As I remember, this should be the house. What ho, apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. Hold. There is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such soon speeding here, that will disperse itself through all the veins, that the life-wearing taker may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
The world affords no law to make thee rich. Then be not poor, but break it and take this.
My poverty, but not my will and sense.
I pay thy poverty and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if
flesh. Come, cordial and not poisoned, go with me to Juliet's grave, for there must I use thee.
Holy Franciscan friar, brother, ho!
Friar John, welcome from Antro. What is Romeo?
The searchers of the town suspected that I was in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so that my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Who bore my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here 'tis again, nor could a messenger to bring it thee, so fearful were they of affection.
Unhappy fortune by my brotherhood. The letter was not nice, but full of charge, of dear import, and the neglecting it made you much danger. Friar John, go hence, fetch me an iron crow and bring it straight unto my cell.
I'll go and bring it thee.
Now must I to the monument alone. Within 3 hours shall fair Juliet awake. Poor living corpse, close in the dead man's tomb.
Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew, with which sweet water nightly I will do. The obsequies that I for thee will keep, nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight, to cross my obsequies and true love's right?
Hold, take this letter. Early in the morning, see thou deliver it to my lord and father. Upon thy life I charge thee. Whate'er thou hearst or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that. Live and be prosperous. And farewell, good fellow.
For all the same, I'll hide me hereabout. His looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
This is that banished haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died, and here has come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. I will apprehend him. Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague! Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey, and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good, gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Stay not, be gone. Live and hereafter say, a mad man's mercy bade thee. Run away.
I do defy thy conjurations, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy!
Oh, I am slain! If thou be merciful, lay me with Juliet.
Let me peruse this face. Mercutio's kinsman, noble county Paris. Oh, my love, my wife, death that hath sucked the honey of thy breath, hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered, beauty's inside yet, is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Ah, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? I still will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here I will remain, with worms that are thy chambermaids. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take take your last embrace. And lips, oh you, the doors of breath sealed with a righteous kiss. Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary. My drugs are quick.
Where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo? Oh, comfortable friar.
Lady, come from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict or thwart our intents. Come away. Thy husband in thy bosom there lies dead, and Paris too. Come, I'll dispose of thee amongst the sisterhood of holy nuns. See not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stay.
Go, get thee hence, for I will not away. What's here? A cup closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his untimely end. Oh, churl, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them. Thy lips are warm.
Lead, boy! Which way?
Yea, noise. Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There, rest, and let me die.
The ground is bloody. Go, search about the churchyard. Tell the prince, once in Capulet, raise up the Montagues.
Here's Romeo's man. I found him in a churchyard.
Hold him in safety till the prince come hither.
Here is a friar that trembles sad and weeps.
A good suspicion. Stay the friar too.
What misadventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning's rest?
What should it be that they shriek so abroad?
People in the streets run and run with open outcry towards our monument.
Here is a friar and slaughtered Romeo's men.
Oh, heavens, oh, wife, look how our daughter bleeds!
Come, Montague, for thou art early up, to see thy son and heir more early down. Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped her breath. What further woes conspiring against mine age? Look, and thou shalt see. O thou untaught, what manners is in this? To press before thy father to a grave? Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while, till we clear these ambiguities. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I'm the greatest, able to do least. And here I stand both to impeach and purge, myself condemned, and myself excused.
Then say at once what thou dost know in this.
Romeo there dead, was husband to that Juliet. And she there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday. You to remove that siege of grief, betrothed, and would have married her perforce to Count de Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise a mean to rid her from the second marriage, or in my cell there, she would kill herself. Then gave I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which so took effect on her as I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death. Meantime I write to Romeo, that he should hither come as the star night, to help to take her from her borrowed grave. But he who bore my letter, Friar John, stayed by accident, and yesternight returned my letter back to me. Then all alone, at the prefix hour of her waking, came I to take her from her kindred's vault. But then some minute, ere the hour of her waking, here untimely lay noble Paris, and true Romeo dead. She awakes, and I entreat her come forth, but then a noise did scare me from the tomb, and she too desperate would not go with me. But as it seems, the violence on herself.
Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what scourge is laid upon your hate. Heaven finds means to kill your joys with love.
Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, and no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, as while Verona by its name is known. There shall no figure at such rate be set, as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo by his lady's lie, for sacrifices of our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning, with it brings the sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
Bravo!